All right, so Rio here, and this is a video for this semester, the fall 2024 semester. And I just looked at the video that I recorded last semester, and it is still really relevant, and you still need to watch it. But I wanted to address one specific thing that has changed since last semester. And those of you taking my other classes, which having looked at the replies that I've already seen, several of you are, is that in those other classes I am giving the option of using CodeSpace. So CodeSpace is a cloud-based development environment. And I've been thinking about it for this class, and I've decided to not by default open that option because I think as students in the beginning of web development, having the skill and the experience of setting up a local dev environment I think is important. So like as an example, if you were taking my database class, those students, some of them will go on to be like data analytics. Some of them will be coming into the web developer program, and some of them are in a different program altogether, I found out. So that track of students, even though those in the web developer will come into a class like this or have already taken it, need to, in my opinion, really walk away with that experience because yes, the cloud options are really helpful and they do provide a certain level of convenience. So I just want you to know the instruction you're going to see this week. Again, watch the video here. You'll see that this week we're going to move from working out on GitHub directly to actually working in the local dev environment. But I can see that for those of you taking my other classes, you'll wonder, hey, why aren't we getting the instruction for how to do CodeSpace? And you may on your own already kind of go do that. I'm just going to tell you, I don't recommend it for the reason after we get a little further down the class of using the template. Now, it might work fine, and I know we're not there yet, so I'm talking about things we haven't gone over, but those are fairly big files, and that sometimes the code space has a little bit of a harder time than your local dev environments. And that's just the size of the file and the amount of content that you can push up. And you're going to learn these terms this week in the GitHub workflow. So I guess my point of this video is to keep it short, but to also say that here's where I'd want you to walk away with this. I do not cover the idea of code spaces. If you don't know what that is, it's a cloud-based development environment, and you're going to need some kind of development environment. If for some reason you are challenged to set that up on your local system, I'm happy to provide you the tutorials I provided the other class for how to go about setting up that code space. But by default, I'm not going to do it because I want to encourage you to do local dev. Okay? And I also noticed in this week in the Thursday night item, we ran up against this idea of the amount of file size you could place onto GitHub when we use the generative AI, or we do a discussion around that. So it's something that, I'll probably play with this semester and see if it's more, if it is doable. But honestly, the thing I want you to walk away with is really having that skill. But I also don't want you to walk away or not, I don't want to impact your success in this class. I guess that's the way I'd also want you to understand this. My preference would be that you set up a local dev environment. But if that's not an option, or if this would work better for you, I want to lean into that success and just know that you can reach out to me directly for that instruction. Okay? All right. Now, here's what you want to do. Go watch this video right here, because in that video I really talk more about this idea of what we're about to learn. And again, some of you have already learned this because you're taking one of my other classes. All right. Talk to you later.